everyone. Today we're going to do a class based on upper body mostly. My lower body is super sore from whatever it was that I did yesterday, so I'm going to avoid that a little bit. So we'll have a lot of upper body strength and stretching, lots of repetition, and that said, you can always modify. So for example, if we're doing 5 chaturangas in a row and you want to do 1 or 0, completely okay. Do whatever works best for you. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose today. Take your knees a little wider, maybe than you normally do, and make sure that the big toes are together. So if perchance your forehead cannot comfortably rest on the floor, feel free to kind of stack the hands, create a little lift for yourself, something to rest on. And then take a big breath in through the nose and let it go out through the mouth. Do that again. A big breath in and a big breath out. One more just like that. Full inhale and full exhalation. And then return to a breath that feels easy and natural to you. And take a moment here to set an intention for your practice. Come up to tabletop with the fingers spread wide and the knees stacked beneath the hips. On your breath in, drop the belly, look forward, chest pulls forward, shoulders roll back. And exhale for cat pose, rounding through, curling in. And then with your inhale, find your way back into cow. Keep going here, just at your own pace, whatever that might look like. On your next breath in, whenever that happens naturally for you, return to a neutral spine. And then make your way into downward facing dog. And take as much or as little movement here as you feel like you need. You can always walk it out or get into the shoulders and the neck a little bit here too. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Just stay here for a couple breaths. Notice how the arms feel, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, the low back even, all the way up through the back body. Good. And then press back, downward facing dog. Good. Again, let's inhale, come forward. And exhale, press backwards. Do just one more like that. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out and press back. And then on your next inhale, softly bend the knees and look up toward the hands. Maybe especially this first time through, you take a bunch of little steps as you make your way forward. And find a forward fold and one that feels relaxed. So as I said, my legs are super tight. Bend the knees as much as you feel like you need to allow the upper body to remain really long and loose. Let the head go as the neck relaxes. On your inhale, take a halfway lift. Breathe in, chest forward. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms extend. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Let's go ahead and plant the palms and step the feet back right into down dog. Don't worry, we'll have more than enough flows today, enough chaturangas, up dogs, whatever the case may be. So find down dog, and again, if you need to, pedal it out a little bit. On your inhale, come forward to plank and walk the hands backward to the feet, forward folding at the back side of the mat. This time keep the knees soft and roll up nice and slow. The head will lift up last, the shoulders roll back and down, the palms face forward, mountain pose. Breathe in, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bow down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands walk forward, plank pose. And then let's again press back into downward facing dog. Here, on an in-breath, right leg goes up into the sky. Stay here and sink through the left heel. Exhale, draw your knee toward your nose. And inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, drop your right knee to the mat, supported side plank. Left hand rises as you press firmly into every finger of the right hand. And drop the left knee as well, and let's thread the needle just briefly. Left arm goes underneath right, lowering to the right shoulder. To the left shoulder, and then we'll breathe in. Left arm lifts back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, sink into the right heel. Good. With your next breath out, draw that knee into the nose. Inhale and lift. Exhale, left knee comes to the mat, supported side plank. Right arm lifts and opens. Lengthen back into the right foot. Next, exhale, both knees come down as that right arm slides under left. Lower to that right shoulder and pause. Inhale, reach the right arm back up into the air, and then downward facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees and look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top end of the mat, traveling however you would like. Halfway lift as you inhale. And fold down as you exhale. Reach the arms all the way up into the air, and then here we'll clasp the hands at the low back, opening up the chest a little bit. So breathe in, heart lifts, shoulders pull back, shoulder blades together. Maybe look up towards the ceiling for just a breath or two. Keep tucking the tailbone though, so the ribs don't stick out. We keep pulling that tail in and just the chest lifts. Exhale, fold, leading with the chest. Knees can soften maybe a little extra here. Let the head go, maybe even shake it out a little bit, just really gently. And then breathe and lift up. Exhale, fold down. Good. Halfway lift, inhalation. Exhale, left foot will step backward. Drop that left knee down, kneeling lunge. Good. Breathe in, arms sweep up, shoulders roll back and down. Stay here, sinking into the hips. Let's goal post the arms. Good, so we're gonna move a little bit. Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale. Good, inhale and lift. And exhale. Last one, breathe and reach up. Exhale, hands down, step forward to a fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then as you exhale, start to lift the heels, sink down onto the heels. Good, lift the chest up and maybe lift the hands, little balance, maybe come to the shins. Hands come behind, sit backward into boat pose. Good, breathe in. And breathe out, take the feet down. So as the feet come down, the hands will come back and behind, fingertips point towards the hips. Feet are hips width apart. We're gonna lift up to a reverse tabletop. Good, you can remain here, and don't worry if the butt sags a little bit. It's not such a big deal for what we're doing. So you can remain here, or we're gonna take 5 tricep dips. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back up and then release down to the mat. Find boat pose. pose again. Take a big breath in. Exhale, we're gonna roll backward. Take that rock and roll a couple times here. We're gonna rock up eventually into chair pose, or if you don't feel like you can make it all the way up, no worries. Just kind of reverse that whole process. We're back sitting on the heels. Heels will drop, we find our chair. We're gonna sink in just for breath, and then breathe in, lift up, chest lifts. Exhale, forward fold. And halfway lift, inhale. Palms down, right foot backward, right knee down. And breathe in, reach up. Same thing here. Breathe out, goal post. Inhale and lift. Exhale, goal post, elbows back. Inhale. Last one, breathing out. Breathing in, hands to the sky. Hands come down, step forward to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose. So here, knees can be up or down, right? Either way is completely okay. With an exhale, bend any amount. It could be a little micro bend. You could hover. Try not to come all the way to the floor though for what we're doing here. So we'll exhale, inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down this first time. Let's lift the chest, low cobra. Take a couple breaths. Good. Release the forehead, press up and back. Child's pose, arms back to your sides, roll out the wrists. Good. Find your way back to down dog. So that'll kind of be our pattern. Good. Inhale, softly bend the knees and look forward. Exhale, make your way forward on the mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And fold as you breathe out. Inhale, stand tall, reach the chest high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands down, left foot backward, low lunge, back knee stays lifted as long as that's okay. And then let's wave the right arm up into the sky. Press it down firmly into the left hand. Feel like the shoulders are reaching away from each other, creating space in the chest. Good. Right hand comes down, step forward to fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold as you breathe out. Heels lift up. We're sitting on the heels. Chest lifts as we inhale. Maybe the hands lift too. Exhale, hands back behind. We lower to boat pose. Feet lift. Maybe they stay down though. Chest and head lift. Let's say that. Good. Feet come down. Hands behind. Planting hips width apart. Planting hands shoulder width apart. We're lifting the hips up. And again, they can stay pretty low. That part doesn't matter if you're doing the dips. So let's exhale, inhale, press up. Good. Again, and lift. Just 2 more. So we're counting down. We'll do 4 this time. And last one. Press up, and then tail drops, lift up, boat pose. Hold behind the thighs, roll back, get some momentum going. That's fantastic. What are they barking at? Okay. Try and start again. Can you put Cortez in by you?
Yes.
Thank you. Is he already in there?
Yeah.
Thank you. hold behind the thighs, roll back, get some momentum going. Right? Take at least a couple rocks and rolls forward to backward. And again, we're gonna come up, and don't worry about how slow it is, how much support you need. Chair pose. And inhale, stand tall. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands down, right foot steps backward, low lunge. Right hand presses as the left hand lifts up, take that twist. If it's too much on the shoulders, you can always drop a hand behind the back. Stacking front knee on top of front heel, lengthening the right leg back behind you. Good. And then release, left hand down, step forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank pose. Again, knees up or down. We're doing the same thing but 4. Let's exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. This time, if you'd like to, you could just let the hips drop. Knees can stay on the ground. Make sure that the shoulders aren't shrugging up towards the ears. Pull them back and down. Shoulder blades together. Maybe the knees lift up here, upward facing dog. And let's come back, child's pose. Arms back at the sides, roll out the wrists. Downward facing dog. So we'll have 3 more rounds similar to that. Let's breathe in, knees bend, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top end of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Breathe and lift up all the way. Stretch tall. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, left foot back. Warrior 2. Open up. And press down into the front foot. Feel the big toe mound especially really connect. Feel like the back foot presses into the pinky toe edge and the feet press away from each other. And cartwheel the hands down, step forward to a fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, heels lift, sit back. Inhale, hands lift, chest lifts. And exhale, hands back, boat pose, your own version. I'm going to take a breath in and lift the heart. Hands and feet come down, positioning for reverse table. Good, let's lift up as we inhale. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Tail comes down, we come back to boat pose. Behind the thighs, curl in, rock back. You're going to take 2 or 3 and then come forward as fast or as slow as you can. You can really take your time, chair pose. Slower you go, the less you hold. And then inhale, stand tall, chest lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands down, right foot backwards, spin it down, warrior 2. And sink in, front knee above heel. Arms extended, create space. Release both hands down, step forward and fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back, knees up or down. And here you've got exhale, 3, 2, 1. Heart lifts, your own version of a back bend here. Cobra, up dog, somewhere in between even. Knees drop, child's pose. Hands back, roll the wrists. And downward facing dog. Breathe out, sink in. Inhale, knees soften, look forward. Exhale, make your way forward again. Halfway lift. And fold. Reach up, rise up. Exhale, release down. Halfway lift, inhalation. Hands down, left foot back, warrior two again. So we'll add on a little bit this time. Knee bends, shoulders release, arms extend. Inhale, reverse warrior. Yeah. So let this posture be all about the length through the right side body, through the right ribs, through the right shoulder. Stretch long. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, step forward and fold. Halfway lift and fold, heels up, come down. Inhale, head and chest lift, maybe the hands. Exhale, reach back, position boat pose. Inhale, lift everything. Exhale, feet down, hands down. Inhale, hips lift up to your own comfort level. And remember, when we bend, we want elbows on top of wrists, so that might mean that the butt sags. Let's exhale, 2 and 1. Good, tail back down, back into boat pose. Hands behind the thighs. Let's rock and roll. Back up into chair pose in your own time. And inhale, stand as you lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, right foot back, warrior two. Sink and release. Good, reverse warrior, lengthening out, this time through the left side body, left waist, rib cage. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, come forward to a fold. Hold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back, plank of your choice. Exhale. And again. On your inhale this time, chest lifts, back bend of your choice. And then knees down, child's pose, arms back at your sides. Roll out the wrists one more time. Just for a moment, just a breath or two. And then back into downward facing dog. On an exhale, sink back. Inhale, soften the knees, look forward to prepare. Exhale, make your way to the top end of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Breathe in, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down through the center of the heart. A little bit different this time, so pause here. We're just going to move on to our left foot tree pose. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Foot up high, down low, anywhere but the knee. Let's breathe in and out. Hands can stay at heart center or maybe lift up. And exhale. 3, 2, and 1. On this exhale, both feet come down and fold. Halfway lift, inhalation. Fold as you breathe out, going right into the other side. Let's take the arms up and over, bringing hands to heart center here initially as the left foot lifts up, balanced on the right. And again, it could be down really low, maybe even keeping the toes on the ground like a little kickstand. So let's pause and breathe in and breathe out. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Both feet come down, arms go up. Let's exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. This time, hands come down, feet go back. Just one chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, chest lifts up, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, roll over the feet into our boat pose. I'll scoot up so I'm not off the camera. Boat pose, breathe in. Breathe out, feet down, hands down. We've just got one dip this time, so breathe in, lift up any amount. Breathe out, elbows bend. Breathe in and lift up, chest opens up. Exhale, come all the way down to a seat. We're gonna go right onto our backs, knees to chest. Let's go ahead and lift the head, lengthening out the back body a little bit more. And then feet come down. Let's come into bridge pose here and really work at pinning the shoulders to the ground and allowing the chest to open up. So press into the feet on an inhale, hips go up, work the shoulder blades toward each other. Maybe you can clasp the hands underneath the body, and if so, really work at stretching the arms long. And open up through the chest. Next breath out, come down to the ground. Bring knees into the chest. Just give a little squeeze here. And then take them more towards like tabletop. Bring your knees and both arms over to the left. So here you've got knee on top of knee, palm on top of palm, resting on your left cheek. Now open up your right arm to the side and twist. So there's our inhale. Our exhale will bring us back. We're just going to do 3 of these. And breathe in, open up. Breathe out, come back. And then one more like that. And this time let's open up and hold. Yeah, so if you need to, you can goalpost the arms a bit more. You might tuck up the top leg and stretch the bottom leg long, whatever feels good for you. And let's return to center, knees to chest, give a little squeeze. Let's kind of stack those legs, knees on hips, feet straight out, arms open wide. Everything goes over to the right side. I'm kind of short on space today. So everything goes over to the right side. Left palm on top of the right, and we'll open up, inhale, left arm goes left, and exhale together. Inhale, open, and exhale together. And then one more like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Open up last time here. And again, different arm position, different leg position, whatever it is that you need, pause. Back to center, knees to chest. And then bring the feet down, knees go wide, soles of the feet come together. Let's take the arms up and overhead in a diamond shape, just letting the elbows and the knees settle toward the floor. As the hips and the chest open up, letting the shoulders relax and close down the eyes. As we wind to the end of our practice here, you're welcome to remain in this position for Shavasana or find a different position that works best for your body. And I'll leave you here so that you can pause for as much stillness as you might need today. I thank you for letting me share in your practice. Namaste.